One effective method to increase your awareness of the stress that you experience on a daily basis is to document your thoughts and feelings. When you tend to overthink, it might appear as if there are numerous issues that you need to address simultaneously, making it challenging to pinpoint the exact source of your anxiety. By putting your thoughts on paper, you can better evaluate and identify the root cause of your stress, making it easier to address and manage. Let's look at the various journaling techniques that we can use to become aware of our stressors and reduce them eventually. Positive affect journaling. Positive affect journaling is particularly helpful in handling stress. In this technique, you need to write about your stressful experience for 15 to 20 minutes every day for 3 to 5 days. The main point is to gradually shift your focus onto positive aspects. To do that, you can use prompts like, what has someone done for you? What are you grateful for? What are your ultimate values and principles? Let's see an example to understand this better. Suppose you had a heated argument with someone. You can sit down and first vent a little to put words to what you are feeling. For example, I can't believe she would say that, and I am so hurt. However, as you write, you could gradually start to reframe the stressful encounter in more positive terms. I am glad I was able to step away and cool down before I said something that I regret. That's one thing to be proud of. And I suppose one good thing that has come from this is that we are finally having this difficult conversation we should have had years ago. Usually, such an argument will trigger 1,000 thoughts and emotions in your head. You will keep playing the situation in your head over and over again. What if this or that? Why this? Why that? Your mind will keep churning. With this technique, you are able to focus your mind to resolve an issue or understand the root cause rather than just chewing over it. The only trick with this approach is that you have to make sure that you are constantly moving towards something more positive. You are not just venting or complaining, but allowing your expression over time to be transformed into something healthier and more balanced. Stress diary. Another journaling technique we can use is the stress diary. Usually, in order to de-stress, we try to take a break or avoid thinking about it rather than facing the situation head on. And because we avoid them, we can't even take the first step to addressing the issue. And they keep coming back to hound us. And over time, we lose awareness of the core issue. And when asked, why so stressed? We say, I don't know. Maybe work? But what exactly it is about work that is stressing us? A stress diary is a written record of your level of stress and the accompanying information which you can analyze later and use to take steps to manage stress. The diary can be as simple as a written record of the time and date and how you are feeling at that moment. For feelings, a common way to do is to use a rating scale. For example, 1 for not stressed at all and 10 for super stressed. You can also use feeling words like exhausted, tensed, or write physical symptoms like sweaty palms. Then, note any stressful events that have recently happened, as well as any ideas of what you feel could be the causes of your current state. Finally, note how you responded to the event and what the overall outcome was. The stress diary alone represents a key mindset shift in how you approach anxiety. Instead of noticing stress and overthinking and then running away from them screaming, you get curious. Instead of saying, something bad is happening, it needs to stop, and trying everything you can to evade the sensation, you are simply interested in asking, what is happening? What is it that is making me feel this stressed? The benefit of a stress diary is that it gives you objective, workable data that can be analyzed later to identify patterns and triggers. For example, if you notice that you get particularly stressed during Zoom meetings, you can use this information to take steps to manage your stress during those meetings, such as taking breaks or using relaxation techniques. A stress diary can also help you become more aware of your stress levels and identify when you need to take steps to manage them. Make an entry every time you feel your mood shifting or when you are noticeably stressed. Try to keep judgment and interpretation out of it. You are only gathering data. Become aware as you write in your diary that noticing anxiety is not necessarily the same as engaging with it. Keep a stress diary for a few days or a week and then sit down to analyze it and find patterns. What are the most frequent causes of stress? That is, what comes before a sudden rise in stress or drop in mood? How do these events affect your productivity? How do you normally respond to these events, emotionally and behaviorally? And is your approach working? Can you identify a level of stress that was comfortable and beneficial for your productivity? This last point brings to attention something that we can easily forget in our blind hurry to de-stress. We all need some stress in life. The stress diary can help you identify your optimal range. So for example, you might notice that you are at a stress level of 2 or 3 out of 10, but that this level of stress is relatively comfortable for you and a zone where you are at your most productive and efficient. You can learn not only the level of stress that works best for you, but also the kind of stress that is beneficial. This is a vital insight you would not get without taking the time to keep a stress diary. When you analyze your stress diary like this, you are working with real data that can help you make insightful changes. You may even be surprised at some findings. Only in writing things down at the moment will you see clear patterns emerge. You don't need to keep a stress diary forever. In fact, after using it for a few weeks, the process might become automatic and you may develop more spontaneous awareness at the moment when stress is occurring. Positive affect journaling and stress diary are not the only ways that writing things down can help. You can use a more traditional journal and write your feelings generally, whether occasionally or every day. Writing things down can relieve stress on its own, but it can also help you gather your thoughts, hash out problems, find insights, and process any issues that you are going through. Use journaling or diaries according to what you like or what works best in your situation. Gratitude journaling. If you are battling a low mood and find that your anxiety is journal and seems to affect everything, then you might find a gratitude journal very helpful. Simply list 5 things daily that you are thankful for, even if it's nothing more exciting than your morning cup of coffee or the fact that you have a nice new pair of socks. Please try journaling and let me know about your experiences in the comments below. The techniques that I share with you are very experiential and you will not come to know whether they work or not unless and until you try them. If you have not already watched, then I would strongly recommend that you also go through this video where we discussed what is overthinking, what are its origins, and how it can take us down a negative spiral. We also discussed the 3 key factors influencing it. This understanding is critical to be able to tackle the issue at its core.